Alright, what is up guys? Welcome to Legacy TCG, back with some Edison. We've got myself on the right playing Machina, and Eric is playing Quickdraw Machina. So, same deck, same but different. He has a slightly better grind game with Drill Warrior if he's able to summon it, and a lot more smaller monsters like Dandelion, Debris. They're smaller but a lot more powerful, more susceptible to deck devy, but I think in games 2 and 3 against Blackwings he tends to slide out the small monsters to hedge against that, so it's not that big of a deal. Just game 1s might be difficult if you run into a Blackwing that mains deck devy. But I honestly don't get this mirror match often. The only other times I get to play a mirror match is against Raul, and they're always really fun. It's not like oh, who gets this card first wins. It is a pretty fun grind game. So those are the games I look forward to in Edison. I'll take 700 here. Not a real big fan of dying in 2 turns because you had a card, but like it's fun to do that once in a while. But the fun games is when you just like trade resources back and forth and have a fight, a battle, a war, not just like, oh, I have these things so now I win. Like it's fun to have those once in a while. But anyways, I'll take 21. Card Trooper goes down. I think he only got 1 round of milling, unfortunately. And now we've got this Fortress. Oh, I remember this. I have like Ryko set, I think. And I don't want to target the Fortress, and I don't want to commit more like cards into Fortress. But at the same time, he's kind of mowing down all my stuff. So I feel like I guess the best way to deal with Fortress is with another Fortress. So hopefully I go through that route to get to him. I just really don't like targeting the Fortress because, like, one, it gives him information. Ah, there we go. The Torrential will deal with it. And then he uses Caius as well. Yeah. Because like if he looks at my hand, he gets to look at my hand and discard any card. It's not just a monster card. It can discard any card. And I didn't want to give him that information, so like I could have used that Ryko to pop him, but like I was like, dude, anything but Fortress's effect. I don't want it. I'll do 25, no gores. We'll do 225s, putting him at 3k. So right after Torrential, we get 2 Fortresses on board. Both are pretty healthy on cards, so he's not down and out yet. He still has some options. Namely, Fortress can just deal with our Fortress, or both our Fortresses actually. Just I'll rip a card out of his hand in the process. But if he sets one, like he's gotta set his like hamster and set his pot of avarice, and hope to God I don't hit his pot. Or he can just use pot right now and then send everything back, draw 2 cards. And then see what his options are at that point. Because if he crashes Fortress, he's going to target the other Fortress with Fortress effect. Then my Fortress is going to look at his hand, discard a card. So, yeah, to avoid that, let's pot first, see what's up, see what our deck gives us. Maybe a different answer to these 2 monsters, and if not, hopefully we can set the cards we draw. All right, cut. Draws another pot and Dandelion. Yeah, so he's gonna do set hamster, set pot, and then execute his play. So I have to make the decision: do I pop his monster or do I Yeah, so we're gonna discard Dandelion, I think. Nope, Plague. Okay, Plague works too. Oh, Dandy gets tokens if it just gets discarded, right? As long as it hits the yard, it gets two tokens. So maybe I have a different way to move that Dandelion. But his answer with Fortress is really effective. It is a 2 for 2, but you know, him being able to deal with Fortress in the first place is quite good. He's got Hamster set face down. He can apply some pressure with Hamster and Gear Frame if he wants. Quite a bit of damage. It's like 2,900 damage, and that's like a 2-turn clock for me. So I will have to make a move soon enough. Okay, so he goes Machina Force, Pitch Force, get Fortress. Hopefully the card that's set is chainable so I can activate the Gores in hand. Oh, nope. It's MST. Raikou bites the MST and it gets chained onto the Pot of Avarice. And now we have Gores. So if he goes, he can go like top deck, go into Yugioh. Or an 8-star if he wants. But if you go Yugioh, you can just like attack with Fortress and then hold back on the Yugioh attack and then repeat the process again on the next turn. And that at that point I'll be forced to drop the Gores. There'll be no choice. We'll go 2. No Gores. 25. Okay. Actually, I don't have a choice because it puts me at 25. I won't have that turn next turn. So he's going to steal my Gores. So we're left with a token. We have a token and Caius. Not bad. But what Eric has is what he's got. He's got no cards in hand. He has a Necro engrave. So I do need to be mindful of that. I've lost way too many times to Necros engrave because I'll push into it and then die in the clapback. So gotta be careful. Brain Control will take care of Yugioh. So pay 800. Put the token to attack. We can okay, we'll do 23. Oh, okay. Oh, this is simple. Okay, 23, and then Caius can finish off the rest of the game if I see it. Oh, he necros. Or he doesn't necro. Okay, he takes it, so he goes to 700, and then necros this attack, and then yeah, Caius on Gores, that'll be 1,000. And I remember that I was like, I wasn't even thinking about the burn for some reason. Like, I just didn't think of it. Like, it was very strange. Usually, if I can burn someone to death with Caius, I do it because it's just more fun. And at that moment, I just didn't think of it at all. I put him down to 700, and Caius burn didn't come across my mind until I just went for the play because I had to do it. And coincidentally, I burned him for the rest of the game. But Erik's gonna go first turn Drill Warrior. This is gonna be really tough to deal with just because can't chain Bottomless on it. It's gonna miss timing, so I will need a compulse to deal with that card. Well, Cyber Dragon, banish Raikou, swing over the token, and now he has Drill Warrior. Activate effect. Cool. DD Crow. Yeah, so DD Crow. Okay, so Drill Warrior doesn't target, so what I can do is I can limit the pool of what he can add to his hand. He's still gonna add a card, just because Drill Warrior does not target a card in the graveyard specifically. So if I don't want him to have Dandy, I can get rid of the Dandy, but he's still going to get a card from that grave as long as there's monsters in it. He's gonna go quick draw. Let's see, quick draw. He's got force too. That's gonna deal with Archias. Oh my gosh, he's got all the gas. Okay, so we'll get another fortress. He can pitch with that, and then since he has the force in hand, he can just keep pitching that card over and over until I run out of resources. Yeah. He's gonna do one. What do you do? What happened? 21, 24. Okay. Let's see. 19. Think I take 19? Pay 800. Okay, so what did we do? We Kai'd? Sorry, I was busy fixing life points. Let's see. What did I do with this brain control? Okay. Unfortunately, I had to Kai'd my own Kai'd, so I do 1,000. In my head, I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit the gear frame, but the gear frame falls off as soon as I tribute for Kai'd. So, leaving me with nothing on field. I just die in the clapback with Drill Warrior. So hopefully I can stop that play for coming out. Very, very hard to deal with if you don't have the right traps or monsters to deal with it. But he'll charge your Light Brigade, Mill Fortress. Those are one of the cards you want to be milling as a Machina player. That way you can go Gear Frame, go into Force. A clean 1-for-1 on the summon. Essentially your deck's Monster Reborn or Fortress specifically, right? So we go, yeah. Had we not milled the Fortress, we probably would go for another Fortress in case we draw a Machine, and then we would pitch 2 cards to special the 1 card. But since we did get the Fortress, the Force is what we look for. So unfortunately, or fortunately for me, he runs the gear frame into the hamster, and then let's see. Oh, huh? He should have just ran over the hamster with the fortress, because he would have been strong enough to deal with that. But he equips the gear frame to fortress main phase 2, and then let's see, pop back row. 1, 2, 3. And our own gear frame. Lightning Vortex, excellent. So that will not interact with the fortress. Pitch special right into bottomless, and trap stun will protect our boy. So we're gonna go low to high, 2,000, 11, and 25. Trapston's such a good card, dude. That card is so good. Just being able to stick a fortress longer for one turn, and then like making a successful attack is huge. So it takes 6 here. Then main phase 2, he'll pop the gear frame. Mill 3. MST will deal with 1. And we'll charge. Dude, every time I side out Lila, I regret it. Because the times I do want Lila, like, she's not there. She's faster than Raiko. Raiko is a catch-all, but he's slow. And I don't want to risk running my fortress into this Lila just to have a deep prison, you know? So, like, if I had Lila, I could summon Lila, break the card, run over his Lila. That way he can't mill 3 more cards. And the less milling he does, the better. But He's in a situation where he feels like he needs to go Brio, and then does he pitch? He knows Raiko's face down because I searched it. Yeah, he doesn't want. Yeah, okay. So pretty much, he's confident in saying like, I'm going to be able to protect this Brio. Otherwise, I wouldn't go for this card. Pot of Avarice. Dyna is one of those cards that makes a Drill Warrior not as good, just because it messes with the whole thing. You use pretty much 3 cards to get the Drill Warrior out, and if your opponent slams down a Dyna, you're in huge trouble. Pot of Avarice is gonna let us get our +1. Let's see if we can break this back row so we can get rid of this dude. We cannot. So we set 2. He's only has 2 cards, so he can at max move 2 of our cards, which is not enough. Ooh, okay, so he top decks. I DD Crow. DD Crow is pretty good in this matchup. I was playtesting with him the other day, and he like 2-0'd me twice, or you know, beat me in 2 matches. And then when I started siding Crow, it was actually like really useful. So Fortress finally eats that hit, the deep prison, and then Kaiku is gonna make short work of his graveyard, and that will be the game, I believe. Yeah, that was the rest of his life points. He was at 18. He would take 18 here, and then the other Kaiku would strike. But yeah, DD Crow is pretty good against Machina. It is mainly used to diffuse Pot of Avarice, but if you're in a pinch, you can also use it on a Fortress, as long as during like draw, standby phase, post resolution window, something like that. As long as the player doesn't retain a priority to use a card, DD Crow is good. It's also like, I guess against this deck he runs Debris and stuff. You can also pitch for that. Plague is a really strong card. Lets him go into the synchro plays. So if you wait for the Machina player to top deck, you can DD Crow, and then they're minus a card, and without their Plague Spreader. Yeah, it's actually a pretty valuable card, DD Crow. I wasn't using it before, and I was like, like it's okay. He just gets that +1. But having it there, it has more applications than just Pot of Avarice. But let's see, 2, 3, yeah. Kaiku is a hell of a card as well. Like a Imperial Iron Wall on a stick, and then it also protects your graveyard as well. So yeah, if you guys like the videos, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.